Oh, God. All right. Let's do this. It's draft time, baby. Let's rock. So, again, in terms of trading anybody, I'm not going to do that because that's not what we do. Let's be honest. We'd only really be able to nickel and dime third-round picks. We will... Oh, my God, the draft value, though. We will enjoy some of these players being on roster while we can, including, like, burying Aaron Dell in the minors for years to come. But the big thing...
Oh, good
is
for you.
going ahead. Shout out to Swam dropping the follow. Is checking out, number one, the AI completely botching this draft in terms of overalls. It's checking out who we have available to us. Oh my God, are you kidding me? So here's the deal, right? Unlike in previous years or when we did Goon Squad the last time, I don't have the ability to edit players to make sure that they are the proper build. But if someone is listed as an enforcer, I'm allowed to take them, and I'm allowed to keep them, no matter what. If it shows up that they're an enforcer, even if it's not 100% locked in, or if it shows up that they're a grinder, I'm allowed to take them, even if they end up being a playmaker or a sniper. That's the only way we can really kind of do this fairly. So right now, our choice comes down to Dmitry Petrov, Yanni Louis. Do we have anybody else? Holy shit. Mika Heiskanen. Yad Seakart's real, so we'll pass. Khalil Lampkin. I mean, we actually have more options here in the first round than I ever would have thought. Tucker Tynan. There's also Curtis Hatcher. I'm just looking at all the dudes who are available here in the first round. So let's see what we have for information here. First and foremost, Mika Heiskanen. We'll go over here, so not as much is cut off. Obviously, just a straight C for the ratings. It'd be nice to end up with a center. Nothing too crazy. Khalil Lampkin. I mean, good physical play. But obviously Lampkin's out compared to Heiskanen. Yanni Louis. I mean, this dude's definitely a power forward. We'd take him over Heiskanen. And then Petrov's a real weird one. What about Hatcher? So clearly it does come down to the defenseman in Dmitry Petrov or the forward in Yanni Louis. Terrio, what's up, friendo? I mean, Louis is the better option. Louis is the better option. I would say. Potentially Sox dropping the bids. Take Bowmeister. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Every team needs a Dmitry. Petrov's the better name. The A- shooting. Problem is the physical play doesn't even go to Petrov. But what if he's an enforcer? But what if? I mean, there's no denying. Louis is the better option. Petrov is the meme pick. We're gonna go for Yanni Louis. He's just the better option. We got to do it, and he's probably a power forward. Yeah, 65 medium top six. Not an incredible potential, but we'll take it, and we'll look back to see how good Petrov was. 66 medium top four. So I mean, technically, it was one overall point better, and indeed a defenseman. So shout out to Bowmeister going later on in the first round. Low elite two-way. Nothing too crazy. A high seventh. Shout out to EA handing out a high seventh potential. Twice. God, they literally do just spin a wheel, don't they? Chipperkoff we're going to avoid because he's real. Cameron Butler's real as well. It's going to be very tough to not take real players, of course, in the supplemental draft. Fred Bales, hello. Grinder. Love to see that. Who else do we have here? Jackson Vandalist is real, but he's a beast of a man at 6'7". So I'll consider it. Nick Malik happens to be real. Samu Karainen is not. Nikolai Punanovs is not. Riley Pierce is real. Again, looking to avoid real players because we know those potentials are probably going to be lower. So we have 4 options. 2 goaltenders. Karainen and Punanovs are both interesting. Luongo comparison for old Samu. Jackson Vandalist, I don't know for sure what his potential would be. It's just the fact that he's huge. And then there's Fred Bales. who looks like the obvious choice. It's a B in shooting. A B- in physical. I mean, I normally say when in doubt, take the goaltender, but we do need centers. Let's take Fred Bales with this pick. Ugh. I mean, you know, a medium 9, honestly, for a grinder's not that bad. He's an actual grinder, too. We will have plenty of opportunities to take goaltenders, so I don't hate it. Jesus Christ, how far ahead did I go when I didn't have to? There we go. He's like the 3rd pick. Used to selecting a little bit later. And eventually we will. Obviously, just the majority of these potentials are going to be, obviously, you know, players you guys are used to. But Karainen was medium fringe. Piernanov's medium fringe. We made the right choice. We made the right choice. All right, who else do we have? 3rd round. We go Gross. Yep. Yep, that's, Yep. Ooh, potentially elite grinder, though. Alright. Oh my god. Stop teasing me with potentially elite grinders. B- in shooting. C- in shooting. I mean, we gotta risk it for Bobby Peters. We have to. Neither of these two are any more likely to be half decent. We're gonna take the goaltender and Bobby Peters. We got ourselves a medium elite goaltender. 47 overall. The future of the Goonfish. It is one Bobby Peters. So not too bad. We've actually had a decent little draft here so far, I would say. And the question... You know, I feel like this is EA with a make good right now to say, hey, we really fucked you by deleting your custom rosters. Let's have some fun. And it looks like we might indeed be having some fun. Possibly. Potentially. Just maybe. We have had a couple of dudes who have been listed as enforcers so far. Again, obviously this draft you don't get the best information, but it is very promising. B- in shooting. Straight B in shooting for Arkhipov. 6'4" center, by the way. Another goaltender in Novikov, but he's super undersized. Messed up with B- in shooting. Everything else is just awful. Shout out to Monkey Dude dropping the lovely raid. What's going on, buddy? Glad to see you getting back into streaming. As of late... Yeah, let's go for it. We'll risk it. Vladimir Kasperitis. I mean, he's only 6'1", so he's not going to be an enforcer. He'll probably be a DFD, but let's go for it. Low elite DFD at a 51 overall. This has been a fantastic draft for us so far, all things considered. With the limitations that we have, this has been really good. Goldobin's available as a DFD. Those ratings are horrible. Gentile. Todd Gentile. Yes, please. Oh my god, what is happening right now? Just in terms of like these computer-generated players that might really fit what we're looking to do here. And there's Eakin as a goaltender. 51 overall, good. I mean, not so much, but... Oh, puck nerd, I know, right? I'm genuinely surprised how... Holy hell! B- in shooting, puck skills, senses, and physical. Artem Solovyov. Okay. Steven Eakin. We don't exactly need a goalie at this stage. Shout out to our goalie in Eakin. Todd Gentile. B- in shooting and physical. He's 17. It clearly comes down to Gentile or the Russian and Solovyov. We're going to go for the Russian. Artem, how good are you? Low 6. Pretty brutal potential, but... Hey, it's the 5th round, and the 5th round... I mean, granted, you look at who else is going to be selected in the 5th round. It's pretty good for a 5th round pick. I mean, yeah, you see the comparison here. We did quite well, given the circumstances... And that's the first real pick that was somewhat disappointing. Oh my god, that goaltender's still there. Nico Luton, yeah, horrible. Ben Root is real. Adrian Prust. Almost straight C's, that's not that bad. Jack York. What else do we have here? Garrett Peterson. Might be worth a shout. I mean, Hornqvist won't be an enforcer. But this could work out to our benefit here yet again. Christiana Robbins. Nose for the net, huh? Shout out to good old Curtis Douglas back in the draft. Alright, so we don't have the best options available here. But that goaltender still being there is incredibly tempting. It's a little bit undersized as a 6-foot goaltender. I mean, not that, like, UC Saros can't make it work in real life, you know? But, I mean, the goalie's still there. We're going to go for him. I don't think we have any better options on the board. And we got a 50 overall fringe. I mean, still, for this supplemental expansion draft, this has been pretty goddamn good. Okay. Alright. Hold on. We might not be done. This draft might, in fact, still have some promise here. There are a lot of player types that fit the build. Timofey Turkov, A- in shooting, B in physical, B- in defense. What about Steve Mills? Steve, hate to tell you, it's not going to happen. Ricky Hayes is hot garbage. Joey Zhao. B in shooting, B- in physical, not bad. Jack Weeks, absolute trash. Jesse Steves, absolute trash. Jamie Archer, good physicality, everything else is trash. Carson, trash. Begris, trash. Nazarov, trash. Cool, so it comes down to one of the two. It comes down to either Timofey Turkov or Joey Zhao. It's got to be Turkov. He can't skate, but everything else is better. We're going with another Russian. There's no guarantee Turkov wouldn't get drafted here, guys. He might be a late pick. We can't risk it.
For you.
Maxter's dropping the follow, by the way. Take Zhao now. No. There's no guarantees Turkov's going to be there, and we don't make major free agent signings. It's draft to glory, dog. The expansion draft counts as a draft. I'm going for Turkov. Well, let's see if Zhao was any better. We'll search for him. And if Sox wants to drop L's in the aftermath of that, if Zhao was worse, I'm banning Sox for the rest of the night. He went to Calgary, so he was drafted, so your game plan wouldn't have worked. Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go check out Calgary. Unsigned. Oh, hey, look at that, Sox. Look at that. He's also shit. And have a nice little time out there, sir. See you later. He's equally as shit. You're welcome. Anyway, with that, draft in the books. I'm guessing it's Blebius. Thank you for that follow. And so we march on to ye old re-sign phase, where we shouldn't really have much to do. I mean, aside from the fact that, of course, we have 6 goalies signed already, which really is just a good thing. That means we don't have to worry about anything. The defense as well. Jay Letty, what's up? I mean, again, we're pretty much good to go. Obviously, we're gonna have to sign some dudes now. I mean, we get into the fun part here, right? As we get to go to free agency, where there should be some legendary names awaiting us. All of the best enforcers from years past are back. and ready for action one more time. And we're going to make a play for as many of them as we possibly can. Rob Ramage might be out of the realm of possibility here. But we have 30 contracts, and we're making a play for him. So first and foremost, goaltending, there's really nothing we can do. You know, there's really nothing we can do. Again, we already have 6 goalies signed. Like, unless we wanted to make the rule that I could go for show guard. But I don't really want to get rid of a goalie just to go for show guard again. The goal isn't to just sign all the best free agent players, you know? So I don't know why he's there. Blame EA bullshit. We're fine with goaltending. Then we get to the defense. The beautiful, beautiful defense. And we go. Of course, DFDs are available to be signed. Shout out to Akeem Alou and the fact that there are 2 Chris Bendulises because EA is going to EA. And Johnny Boychuk's there for no goddamn reason. But what we do is we go for enforcers if we can. DFDs are also an option. And you know what? I mean, we probably don't even need to scroll this far down, but I do want to try to get a quick look. The rosters are not fixed. We're just using EA's rosters. I went the wrong way. Well, hey, there we go. Okay. Let's see who we have for enforcers here on defense. And the answer is not many people. Like, Rob Ramage is one of the best. There's Derek Shepard, who recently retired, actually. Shout out to Matt Pellick, who I thought was going to jump over a penalty box and beat the shit out of me once. Brad Marchment wants $2 million. I mean, we have options here, right? We have options. Let's sign Ben Blood. We'll sign Ben Blood for a while to take up an AHL spot. We will try to bring in one Garth Butcher as well. Although I am a little bit worried with these defensemen of running out of cap space. So maybe, just maybe, we'll shop some of our better players who take up a little bit of money. Let's make a play for one Garth Butcher. You know what? We're going to make a play for all of these defensemen, basically. Joe Finley. Try to sign you for a decent amount of time. Marcus Cancara. 40-year-old enforcer. Let's go, old man. You fucking throw those kids off your lawn. Andrew McWilliam. Try to bring you in as well to take an AHL spot. And then, of course, we look to bring in the legend in Mr. Marchment, who the Bruins are also interested in, so we'll throw a little bit more money his way. Matt Pellick. Go ahead and send some money your way as well. Rob Ramage, of course. Yeah, we're gonna have to compete here. I'm definitely gonna have to send out some of our. I don't really like to do trades and draft to glory, but to make a play for as many of these veterans as we can, I am gonna have to shop some dudes. Aren't enforcers bad for chemistry? Yes, that is the point. It is a challenge series. It's not supposed to be like, hey, let's just make the best team. No, we want to struggle a little bit. Chris Kreider stays. Can I find a trade for Okposo? No. Can I find a trade for Pesci? Which would hurt, but I need to free up cap space. Go figure, Trent Frederick. A second and a third from Boston. So again, normally not a fan in a draft to glory of doing this, but the theme is to use these veteran enforcers, and you can't just add a team. For example, I would have had to replace someone like Arizona if I wanted to have, you know, a team with these goons already on it. So this just seemed like the better option. And it looks like we're going to be taking some draft picks here away from, say, Boston. Carolina's not in for him. If I do this with Boston as well, they were interested in Ramage, weren't they? So, just swap the 7th. You know, I was tempted to just do the 7th round pick swap. You know, actually, I might. You know, I'll feel better about it if I do. Let's send Pesci back to Carolina. Why not? I'd rather go for the free agents that are out there than keep Pesci. So we'll do the 7th round pick swap there. Just take him away, free up cap space. Congratulations, Carolina. You're lucky I like you. I mean, I really don't. Yeah, you know, at this point, let's send Ranta back to Arizona as well. Let you have fun with that. I might just send most of these guys back to their teams. 6th round pick it is, I guess. But I might just send most of these guys back to their teams. Just to free up this space. Or at least enough of them to free up space. I don't really mind losing Ranta because we have Jari and Grice. And Arundel for that matter. It allows me to make a move for a goaltender as well. So we'll probably go after Sjogard. And then defensively... I mean, Goodbranson's going nowhere. Dylan, Sherratt. I want to keep all these guys for the most part. No, we should be okay. I mean, we're up to 22 million in cap space now. We should be able to make a play for everybody that we want to make a play for. So, let's see what we got here. Goaltenders for the hell of it. We'll try to let Ottawa pay the stupid tax and send Sjogard out a deal. And of course, now for... the defense, we have sent an offer out to basically every enforcer that is out there. Bissonnette will end up on the team no matter what. I wanted to just double check with the enforcers. But yeah, Biz is going to end up on the team no matter what. Again, he's the cover boy for this series on the thumbnail. So, yeah, don't worry. Biz will be on the team. Holy shit, there's a ton of two-ways, my god. Please just get to the end. All this to double check. Okay, good. And then we get to the forwards. Which, thankfully, I mean, Enforcer's right there at the bottom, which is great. And, of course, there are a lot of them. So, first up, Matthew Barnaby. Let's try to sign him. Kelly Baumgartner, or Ken Baumgartner's next, my bad. There are multiple ones. Did I see the Hellebuck Toskala goal? I did not. Send an offer to a Baumgartner, Paul Bissonnette. Perhaps a captain of this team. Did you see 2 Johanna Vitus? Probably. Big Jim Cummins. Try to sign you up long-term as well. Ty Domi, of course. We'll go for him. Let's see. We are going to... we're kind of getting there. Let's go for Stu Grimson. We'll look to sign you up long-term as well. Shout out to J-Dog for the follow. Tim Hunter wants a little bit of money. Let's send that offer out to Kipper. Darren Langdon as well. Big George Larocque. Sandy McCarthy. Darren McCarty. Winnipeg's in for Darren McCarty. That is not going to happen. Back off. Brian McGrattan. Calgary's in for McGrattan, which is fitting. Stammer, appreciate the follow as well. Good old Knuckles. Chris Nyland. Dallas is in for him. Absolutely not. Chris Nyland, you're joining us here. Strider, what's up? We got Gino Ojic as well. Because of course we do. Beautiful man. Bob Probert. We of course have to send an offer to. Hopefully again. Strider, I mean, kind of sort of a custom roster, but not to like the extent that I normally have. We'll send Rob Ray a deal. Dave Schultz as well in his beautiful handlebar mustache. And Jody Shelley. So obviously I'm going to have to move some other people off of the roster. We'll also sign Big Pete Worrell. So we are going to have to clear out some more spots, which is fine. Quick and easy. I'd love to go after some of these other enforcers as well that are still there. But we need to, at the very least, make a play for the guys that are here. So let's go ahead. I mean, what? We have 29 contracts out right now. I mean, no guarantees everybody signs. So technically we need to drop at least 7 players off of this roster already. And we might as well go for those who have a crap load of cap space. I don't think Buffalo will take Kyle Okposo back. Chicago will take Andrew Shaw back. So as much as I'd like to have Andrew Shaw on the team, I'd rather have some of the other legends, of course, that are out there. So again, we'll just do that quick swap to send him back. Who else can we move off of the team that's making a decent amount of money? Hate to say it, Brendan Dillon will send you back to Washington. Was really looking forward to having you on the team, but it's just not going to work out. We'll have to do it for a 6th rounder, which is fine. Send you Arizona's 6th. Again, we need to get down to about 21 contracts to make sure that we can afford everybody to be on this team. Michael Fernland has a little bit of value. We'll see if Vancouver wants him back, if they can even afford it, which, let's be honest, it's Vancouver, so they probably can't. Although it shows them a cap space. There we go. We'll send Michael Fernland back there. Again, not that I want to move some of these guys out of here. Not that, I mean, it might make the expansion draft kind of pointless to some people, but hey, we're doing what we got to do to make room for the legends. Ben Sherratt. Let's see if we can send you back to Montreal. Shea Weber is going to be so glad to be stuck with you again. So glad. 6th round pick there from Washington. That's a done deal. Again, freeing up a ridiculous amount of space right now, of course. Let's see, who else can we possibly move? Cassian. I obviously really like Mr. Cassian, but, I mean, he fits the build perfectly, but he's got to go. He's got to go. Keep freeing up cap space here. Edmonton. Edmonton can't do it. Never mind. Cassian stays. Thought you were done with this game. I was considering it, but it's, I mean, I hate to say it, it's too crucial to what I do to just completely drop it, unfortunately. I really want to keep Gudis for the memes. Problem is, nobody else really makes that much money. So right now, it's just more about clearing players off of this roster. As SSJ dropping the prime sub. Love to see it. Derek Forbert. Derek Forbert. Let's send you, that's it, back to Winnipeg for one Derek Forbert. And that should pretty much get us to where we want to be. I mean, really, I'd move 2 more players off the roster. You know what? We can send Nick Ritchie back to Boston. We can do it. Nick, I love you. And you've actually done well for the Bruins IRL, but we're going to send Nick Ritchie back to Boston. And the last move to make sure we can get all of our legendary goons is, you know what, we got to give Wayne Simmons a chance at a cup. Let's send him back to Toronto. Love Wayne Simmons, but you got to go. You got to go. It's actually not going to happen. Toronto would have too many skaters. Never mind. Wayne Train stays. I'm not complaining. Patrick Maroon back to Tampa. Tampa, is that something you can pull off here? God, I had everything right with Tampa, too, in terms of, like, the perfect cap situation. All right, there we go. Patrick Maroon back over. So, in theory, we can now make a play for everybody that was out there. Let's see what happens. Derek Shepard signed. Joe Finley signs. Marcus Kankantavara signs. Ben Blood signs. Tremendous. Matt Sjogard signed. Trade offers we're going to turn off in a minute here anyway. Stu Grimson, welcome aboard. Paul Bissonets, welcome aboard. Big Pete Worrell, love to see ya. Matt Pellick, don't kill me. Darren Langdon signs. Jim Cummins, Ty Domi. George Larock. Darren McCarty, Garth Butcher, Brian Marchment, Brian McGrattan, Ken Baumgartner, Bob Probert, Chris Nyland, Matthew Barnaby, Sandy McCarthy, Jody Shelley, Gino Ojic, Tim Hunter, Rob Ray, Nick Kiprios, Dave Schultz, Andrew McWilliam, and Rob Ramage is the only one that has to leave. He ends up going to Chicago, which makes sense, I guess, because I was able to send Andrew Shaw back. So the only guy we didn't get was Rob Ramage. Aside from that, we basically got everybody that we wanted. We have every enforcer defenseman that was out there. We weren't able to get the DFDs. The only enforcers that we don't have are Luke Gazdic, Anthony Peluso, Tavi Vartiainen, and Jani Virtanen. And of course, there are some grinders out there, including friend of the channel, Shaw Boomhauer. Shitload of grinders out there, obviously. I mean, guys like Lance Boma, Troy Brower. Is that Dawson Butt? Goddamn right, that's Dawson Butt. But I think we'll stay... Wow, Rich Clun's a grinder and not an enforcer. Disgusting. I mean, we'll have to change out talent over the years anyway. So for now, I think we're okay to not be immediately going for some of those grinders, right? Like, we'll be okay over the years. There's not one name that I'm seeing here where I'm like, I absolutely need Tim Schaller, right? But it is interesting who got grinder and who got enforcer. So I think we're okay. What's the salary cap at for us right now? We are over the we're over the minimum. We're good. This team is set. The only thing we're going to have to do is set up the coaching staff, which is tedious as hell. But yeah, I think we're good. So, shit. I like the way this team's looking right now. I can't complain. And actually, if we look at the trade values, right? If we look at yield trade values, nobody has any trade value. So it's perfect. Who's my favorite hockey team? Montreal. Oh, God. And, of course, we ended up drafting Peters as well. So we're looking okay. We're looking okay. It's fantastic.